Hey guys, Joe Massey here, Castle & Cook Mortgage. Just wanted to get in touch with you today to follow up on last week's video about how to get your offers accepted. I got a lot of positive feedback on that. Really had a lot of people that viewed it and said, hey, these are some really great steps, and I've started using that process, and actually had two new agents give me a call this week and said they were able to get properties under contract by following that process. So hope that was really helpful for you. To review, the steps on that are: number one, have a buyer letter. Number two, make sure you have a pre-approval. Number three, make sure you're providing a bank statement with proof of funds for the down payment. Number four, make sure you write up a good, clean contract. Number five, have a really good thank you letter from you as the agent to the listing agent. And number six, a good quick phone call from the lender, confirming that the buyer is pre-approved. So again, these are the steps you'll want to take to really help get your offers accepted. And one of the feedbacks, or a couple of feedback that I got from last week was, Joe, I just don't have time to do all that. We have to have our offers in right away. It's so important that we have them in immediately. We just don't have time to go through all those steps. And I said, okay, I understand that. And I asked the couple folks that were telling me this, I said, how many contracts have you gotten accepted lately? And they said, well, my buyers have been outbid. One of them was 14 times that the buyer's put in a contract and it hasn't been accepted. And so, if you're spending 14 different times submitting a contract, my suggestion is you don't have time to not follow this process. So I just wanted to cover a couple things that you guys can do to really speed this up. So number one, you want to make sure you're prepared. You want to cover this process of making an offer. You want to cover it with your buyers so they expect it. And up front, number one, have them write a buyer letter. Now you might have to make a couple changes to it with each property. We really love the 4 bedrooms. We really love the 3 bedrooms. We love the park is close by. But have them write a template letter and have it ready to go. And have them send it to you in Word format so you can save it to your laptop or your iPad, so that as soon as you're ready to make an offer, you just make a couple quick changes, print it out, have them sign it. All right. Next is pre-approval. Don't wait till the last minute to do this. I get a lot of phone calls from guys that, oh my God, we've got to get this offer in the next 15 minutes. Can you talk to the customer? And absolutely, I am willing to help with that. I want to make sure we get that done right away. But you'd be amazed how many times the customer needs to call us back because they don't know their husband's social security number, or they don't know how much their wife makes at her position. And it can take some time to go through the application. If they've got everything, it's only about a 10 to 15 minute process. But very frequently the customer doesn't have everything. And even if they do, just their verbal information is a pre-qualification. They've got to send us that written information to have a pre-approval. So make sure you do that step up front. Next one, the bank statement from the customer. Cover with your customer, hey, this is important that we do this. Provide me with a bank statement. That way I've got proof of your down payment funds. Put it right with their buyer letter so it's ready to go right away. The contract. A lot of new agents tell me it takes so long to write a contract. By the time I get back to the house and I've written it up, it takes me 3 or 4 hours and they've already gotten another offer. Well, I understand that, and it can take some time to make sure that you do things right. But I would really encourage you to use the CTM e-contract software and save templates. Okay, if you're working with Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you can sit down with them and go through the contract with them before writing it. Say, okay, this is how we're going to structure our dates. You want to close 30 days from the time our offer goes in. And we want to set up for the seller to select the title insurance and pay for the title insurance. And we're going to ask for $2,500 on closing costs. You can have all of these items written into your contract. You can actually save a template in CTM contracts. Then once you find the right property, all you've got to do is plug in the seller's name, plug in your address, your legal description, a few other particulars on your dates, fill out the grid page for your offer price and earnest money, and then you can have that contract off in 5 or 10 minutes. So really make sure you're setting that up with your buyers and having that ready to go quickly. And then your thank you letter, that should be something you guys should have right on hand. You've got your resume, you've got your stats and all the information about yourself. You should have that ready to go. So your thank you letter should be similar to your buyer letter, maybe just needs a few tweaks to it, change the person that it's addressed to. Hey, I've done a lot of deals with Keller Williams, and I see you're a Keller Williams agent, or hey, I've done a lot of deals with RE/MAX, and I know you work at RE/MAX down south. Should be very quick to customize and have that thing ready to go. And lastly, the call from the lender. Just prep the lender, hey, you know what? I think we're going to be writing an offer for Mr. and Mrs. Jones. I'm going to call you back in about an hour as soon as they make a decision on if we want to write this contract or not. Will you be available to make the phone call to the listing agent? Absolutely. Okay, just give me a heads up so that I know what time you're going to be sending in your offer, and I'll make the phone call within 5 minutes of sending in your offer. I just need that heads up. So just make sure you're giving us that warning, and we'll make sure to work within your schedule. So I hope that helps, guys. Make sure you do your preparation on these items up front. It's going to save you a lot of time and give you a lot higher odds of getting your contract accepted in this tight buyer's market. So have a great weekend. Good luck at your open houses. Good luck with your showings this weekend. If you need anything from me, please call me at 303-809-7769 or email me, jmassey@castlecook.com. Have a great weekend, guys. See ya.